Hey, good morning, collective. Thank you for tuning in to Impressive Divinity 888. I am here to bring you your guided motivational message. It's going to get you through the day. All right. But good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right. I don't know about y'all, but I love Mondays. Actually, I don't know what I like more, Sundays or Mondays. Sundays kind of feel like that day where I don't know, I do so much housework and I'm like catching up and preparing myself for the week. And then Monday is the day where it's like, I know, here we go with another week, but it's like a fresh slate. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I love Mondays. There's just something about it. Here we got snow, we got a few inches, but it doesn't stop us from putting a smile on our faces, right? Right. But welcome to the channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for subscribing. I definitely thank you all for your likes, shares, subscribes, and just your positivity. All right. But before we hop into your reading today, let's actually take a look at your quote of the day, which is pretty interesting. All right. And it is, how wonderful it is that nobody needs to wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. And this was written by Anne Frank. All right. How wonderful is it that nobody needs to wait a single moment before starting to improve the world? I know I switched the words up a bit, but it gotta make sense, right? Right. All right. And that is so true because nobody needs to wait. Excuse me. Still getting over that cold, y'all. But nobody needs to wait a single moment before they start to improve the world. If you think that you have an idea or a thought or something of some sort that's going to change things, then do it. Don't wait for a validation from somebody else, or don't wait for somebody else to say, we need this in the world, or you know what I mean? No, if you have an idea, an invention, creation, an idea that could change the world, get out here and change it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you definitely don't need a crowd of people behind you to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's how I take it. But be sure to keep this quote in mind as you do progress to the rest of the day, the week, the month, the year, your life. I'm just saying. All right, but let's jump into your reading today and let's see what energy you got. Let's see what you need to know. Let's see what you're focusing on. You got Traveler that came out. So are you traveling towards somebody? Somebody's traveling towards you. Are you on a journey? Maybe you're waking up to your journey. All right. You got careerists. Okay. So maybe you're on the road. Maybe you're on the journey to your career. All right. That's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Let's move that right here. All right. Can we get something else here with traveler and careerist? All right. You got singer. Okay. So maybe somebody is on the journey or the path to be some type of singer. All right. What else do we need to know about singer here? That was too many, but we see Betrayal came out. Well, actually, we're going to do it again just because so many of them came out. 1 second. That was like a good 6 cards. I know Betrayal flipped, so we're going to keep that in mind. So maybe there was some type of broken bond. I don't know. Let's just say, I don't know. Maybe you were traveling to be a singer. This was your career. And I don't know. Something broke your connection to it. Or I don't know. I'm just going to reshuffle just because I don't know. I just started to. But can we get something else here with singer, careerist, and travel? All right, you got 2 cards, 3 cards. Goodness gracious. I guess they're telling us something here. All right. You got Repairman. It came out this way. You got Writer, you got Security Guard, and you got Repairman. All right. Now, with this being said, yes, I am talking to somebody that does music, somebody that writes stories, somebody that even writes books. That's what I think. I think somebody's on the road to their life path. And if you're not a singer, maybe it's just you being on the road to your career. All right. Bottom of the deck here, blacksmith, forge, melting, shaping, tempering. So it's almost like you're shaping yourself right now to get on this path, or maybe there's somebody else only because you got security guards. So if it's not somebody else, then maybe it's telling you to keep a watchful eye on your path. Maybe there's some things that you need to repair when it comes to your career path. All right. Just saying, because for traveler, you got seeker of horizons, adventurer, experience, and long journey. So it's either that this is a long journey, like you've been on this journey, or this is going to be a long journey. And maybe you could just be at the start of whatever this is. All right. So maybe there are, I don't know, some things. I think that it has something to do with the journey of your career. I mean, you got traveler, you got careerist, which is dreamer of grand schemes, vision, cunning, machination, as well as aspiration. All right. So this could be a dream of yours, a goal, an aspiration. All right. And maybe it's to be a writer. Maybe it's to be a singer. Maybe it's to, I don't know, you're how can I say it? You're doing something through words. You're doing something through harmony. That's your path. That's your career path. I don't know. Actually, let's hold up singer and writer to this because it has something to do with these four cards. All right, it has something to do with you traveling or you being on this journey. Your career has to either do with you being a singer or some type of writer. All right, so like I said, it could be talking to someone that is into the music business. I could be talking to someone that's just into writing poetry. I could be talking to someone that's just into, I don't know, writing blogs. I mean, I don't know what you're into, but to be honest, whatever it is, I feel like you're inching, you're inching closer and closer to it. All right. But there's something that needs to be repaired. There's something that needs to be tempered. There's something that needs to be shaped. And I guess that's what we're going to focus on today. All right. Because I feel like you got the work ethic. All right. You got everything that you need, but there's something that you must have to work on. And we're also going to keep this quote in mind about improving the world. So maybe there's something that you did that was similar to everybody else, but maybe you have like this certain, I don't know, way that you write or a certain way that you sing that could possibly change the world. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, maybe you just come at situations differently, or maybe, I don't know, it's something about your craft. It's something that you do it differently than anybody else. All right. And maybe whatever you do, maybe it does have the ability to be able to improve the world. All right. Bottom of the deck here, you got cemetery. All right. And I'm thinking that's what it is because maybe right now, the world can look like this picture. We're not even going to necessarily pay attention to that's a cemetery, but maybe the world right now kind of looks gray. It kind of looks just dull. You know what I mean? It's just dull, and here you are all bright and full of colors, and I kind of think maybe that's kind of what's needed is whatever your craft is or whatever you're really good at. All right. But let's get something here with traveler. All right. You got nightclub. All right. Which is dance floor, neon lights. All right. So it's telling you to dance yourself onto your journey. No, it is telling you to move though. All right. But enjoy it all at the same time. All right. You also got home when it comes to careerists. All right. Comfort, familiarity, security, belonging, personal space. So maybe whatever you do it in the comfort of your own home. All right. Let's just say, I don't know, you have your personal office in your room, or I'm saying your house. You have your personal office in your house, and maybe that's where all your stuff gets done. If you are a singer, let's just say that, your studio is in your house. All right. But we're going to look at it only from careerist because this is what it came under. All right. So something about your home. All right. Maybe that's where your vision came to life. All right. Maybe that's where you create your aspirations, or that's, I don't know, that's like your dream state, or I don't know what it is, but it has something to do with the comfort of your home as well as your career. All right. Can we get something else here with singer? What do we need to know about this singer card? Okay. I don't know. This one was up. We're just going to look at it. All right. You got rainy and damp realms. We're going to keep that one in comment. I mean, keep that one in mind just because it flipped out. All right. But you also got arena, beauty salon, as well as post office. All right. I mean, this is your message. When I see this post office card, I feel like that's that message. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie, Don't Be a Menace. And I think it's Keenan Avery Wayans. It always pops up. Is it him? I'm not sure. But I know one of them pop up and it's just like message. So every time I see this post office card, that's what I think of. Message. All right. So this is your message. I just think I could be talking to somebody that sings or somebody that's into music. Where's your words for singer? Resonance, moving hearts, harmony, emotion, performance. So it could have something to do with your performance as well. Only reason I say that is because you got arena. So I do think I'm talking to somebody that performs in some type of way. And maybe you put on a beautiful performance, or maybe, I don't know, you are beautiful. Maybe people like the way you look. It could even be maybe you got to switch up your look, maybe go to a beauty salon, you know what I mean? But I kind of think, arena, you got competitive environment, sporting events, and performance stage. So something about the stage, something about your looks, and something about this being your message. I feel like all three go hand in hand. All right. So I don't know. I think maybe there is something about, I don't know, your look, or I don't know, something that has to change. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe you're going to perform at some type of sporting event, or I don't know, but I feel like that's your message. Mail delivery, written correspondence, package tracking. Maybe you're going to find out about this opportunity through the mail, through an email, through something, but you're going to be on somebody's stage performing something. All right. Now, what do we need to know about writer? Writer was weaver of tales, storyteller, crafting, communication, and polishing. So maybe there's something you need to polish. What exactly do you need to polish? All right, you got perilous realms. Danger lurks, treacherous paths, ominous shadows. All right, so I think that you have to maybe polish the way that you think. Maybe you're like always thinking of the negative or the worst that can happen, or I don't know, maybe you just that's just the way that you think. Maybe just because of the things that you've been through in your life. You know what I mean? And that's okay, but maybe it's telling you to look at whatever this situation is, maybe in a different light. All right, tavern, drinks and beverages, pub food, tavern traditions. Maybe it's telling you to get more comfortable or to I don't know. You know the saying. What is it? Take a shot, let a load off. I'm not telling you to take a shot, but I just know there's a saying. I probably messed it up, but it's something like that. It's just telling you maybe to relax a bit. You know what I mean? Maybe when you're writing to relax. Maybe not to be so uptight. Maybe not to maybe write about dangerous things, or maybe not to focus so much on the treacherous paths, or maybe not to focus so much on writing about I don't know the things that you've been through. Maybe it's just telling you to I don't know. Can we actually get something else here with Perilous Realms? Because I can sit here and keep saying a bunch of things, but, I sort of was one that flipped over. It did. Okay. So, all right, you got within the vehicle, and then you also got school. So yeah, like I said, whatever you're writing about, maybe it's to help others, it's to teach others. All right, maybe it's to teach others about your shadows. That could be what it is. Maybe there are things that you've been through, and maybe other people could be dealing with these things, and maybe whatever you sing about, whatever you write about, maybe writing about this could help other people. All right, you got within the vehicle, commuting experience, road journey. This is your journey to teach people about the things that you've been through, or this is your journey to teach people about the danger that lurks. What that danger is, I don't know, because I don't necessarily know the things that you've been through. I don't know what you're confronting. All right. But I think the biggest objective that I'm getting here is that you are here to teach people something. It could be maybe you're teaching people how to write, teaching people how to story tell. But I kind of think that you are in the position right now that, you're going to be on somebody's stage. So maybe it's all about crafting the things that you write. I just think maybe it's telling you to just, I don't know. I'm not going to say switch up your writing, but maybe pay attention to the things that you do write, or the things that you put the most emphasis on when it comes to your writing. All right. For security guard here, you have patrol keeper, watchman, as well as service provider. So either you're providing a service, which that's what I kind of think it is. I said it could be somebody watching over you, or you need to watch over, but I think that you're providing a service, and that service is either singing or writing or teaching people the journey to success. It could be that, because everyone has their different definitions of what success is, right? So maybe it could be you teaching people the things that you've been through, and how you got to where you're at right now. To somebody, well, to you, you could be looking like, well, I'm really not that far, but to somebody else, that's in your shoes, or where you were at 10 years ago, you know what I mean? Maybe whatever you've been through and how you explain it to them might just help. I hope that made sense. All right. But let's get something here with security guard and service provider. All right. What is that? You got living room. All right. So it's telling you to be a bit more comfortable with the services that you provide. All right. Comfortable space, family gathering. All right. So it's either telling you to get more comfortable with the services that you provide, or maybe to provide or write about things that not only one person could listen to, but maybe it could be something that a family could listen to. Like, for example, instead of making, how can I say it? Instead of making, we'll say, club music, dance music, maybe make some music that's for like holidays. Or I'm just trying to give you examples, you know what I mean? Or instead of writing a book about lust, maybe write a book about Journey's first day at school, or growing up in your type of neighborhood, the culture, you know what I mean? Because everybody has their different outlook on that. Like when I was younger, I used to watch the show Degrassi. Degrassi was a really cool show. The only thing with Degrassi was that, it was a really cool show, but there were some things I couldn't resonate with. Why? Because I didn't live in that I didn't live where they lived. we didn't have those type of things in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? We didn't have cafes. Our schools weren't like that, but it was awesome to see it from somebody else's point of view. So it's like if I were to write about the things that I went through, or the type of upbringing that I had, it may be familiar to other people. Why? Because as a culture, everybody grows up in different ways. You know what I mean? So I kind of think it's that thing. It's just for you to be a bit more comfortable with the service that you provide. Maybe not to feel uptight, maybe not to feel like you're doing too much, or you're overboard, or you're not doing enough, or you know what I mean? Just get more comfortable with whatever your craft is or whatever your career is. All right. Well, let's get something here with Repairman. Whoa. All right. And you got workspace. All right. So yes, there's something that you need to work on. Productive environment, creative zone, technology hub. So I feel like you have to work on your creativity, or maybe that's what it's telling you to do, is to repair, restore, restart, renovate. All right. So it has something to do with you repairing your creativity, restoring your creativity. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you've been through some situations and maybe you just thought that this was a thing of the past. Maybe, you know what I mean? You didn't think this was your journey anymore. Maybe you just thought, hey, I'm going to try something else. But I feel like this is your reading, and this is telling you that this is whatever this is your journey. All right. So it's telling you to work on that, because something has to be repaired. And I'm getting the vibes that it has a lot to do with whatever your career is here. That has to be repaired. That has to be restored. That has to be restarted. That's what you have to jump onto. All right. That's your story, whatever your career is. All right. And I can look at it another way too. Maybe it's telling you, when I look at writer, if this isn't you, if you're not a singer, if this isn't your career, you know what I mean? Maybe it's telling you to start jotting down different things. Maybe it's telling you to get a journal, start writing in a journal daily. If you don't have a journal, pull up in a notes app on your phone. If you don't want to do that, go to, office.com on Microsoft. You get a free account. You don't have to download the app. You don't have to pay anything, and you can go on there and be typing your little notes daily. All that stuff helps. All right. And the only reason I'm saying that is because this peerless realm came underneath. So maybe there are some things that, you want to talk about, you want to speak about, but you don't have anybody to talk to. And that journal would be that perfect person. Why? Because you can put everything down that you want to put down. And on top of that, nobody's going to throw it in your face, and nobody's going to say it right back to you. Why? Because your journal's not going to talk. Now, it could if it's Siri, but, other than that, I feel like it's just telling you to write something out. All right. Bottom of the deck here, you got workout, you got gym. All right. So it's telling you that everything's going to work out. All right. But, I feel like at some point in time, you have to be at least open to, putting in the work as well. All right. Now let's go ahead and get you some, I was trying to do the cards without all of them falling, but let's go ahead and get your motivational messages here, pretty much to sum up your reading. All right. But I feel like you got the vibes. You know exactly what's going on. All right. And if you didn't know, now you know. All right. But I feel like it is time for you to get focused back on your path. Maybe you stepped off your path for a moment. Maybe you just, life was life and you had to focus on other things, or, you know what I mean? Like I said, I think that it was just maybe something happening. You thought maybe this isn't my path anymore, but this reading right here is like your confirmation that that is your path. All right. That is what you're supposed to be doing. All right. That's how you're going to school people. That's how you're going to help people. That's how you're going to teach people, along with whatever you're doing. But it has something to do with your writing. I just feel like you have an exceptional ability to write. You have an exceptional ability while performing. All right. You just stand out from the rest. That's what I'm getting. All right. So it's almost like you're being asked to repair that part of yourself for you to understand that you are unlike anyone else. All right. So whatever specialties or whatever, your craft is telling you that you are unlike anybody else. And that is the service that you provide. And that's what you should be tapering. That's what you should be shaping. All right. Let's go ahead and get your motivational message here to pretty much sum up your reading. All right. But I feel like you get the vibes like I get the vibes. It's just time for you to really focus on your craft. All right. So your motivational message that came out: find ways to fill your cup. Be self-full. Follow your heart and always trust your intuition. Go deep within, find your triggers, and address them one by one. Self-healing is the best healing. Only then can you offer the best version of yourself. All right. So the biggest message that I'm getting off this card for you are for you to go deep within. All right. Always trust your intuition. All right. But go deep within and find your triggers and address them. Something could have possibly triggered you to make you feel as if this wasn't your path anymore. All right. So it's kind of telling you to repair, restore, restart, renovate. All right. It's kind of telling you to dig deeper and find out what triggered you to feel as if this wasn't your path. What triggered you to make you feel as if you couldn't do this, or that this wasn't the journey for you. This wasn't the route for you. This wasn't the future for you. All right. Because whatever it is, you got to write that out, and you have to figure out why you went into that mindset in the first place. All right. It could have a lot to do with self-healing. Maybe you weren't doing any self-healing practices. Maybe whatever you were right about wasn't necessarily helping you. You know what I mean? It could have been going against you. All right. Bottom of the deck here, you got sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer. All right. So sit in silence. After this reading, sit in silence for a moment and just listen. All right. Maybe some things that I say are going to ring a bell. Maybe some things aren't. All right. But I feel like whatever you have been seeking, whatever answers you've been seeking, or whatever journey you've been on, I feel as if once you sit in silence with yourself and you ask these questions, I think that, things are going to change for you, or your mindset is going to look at things just in a different way. All right. All right. So that is your guided motivational message for the day. If you are feeling the vibes, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to always be notified of those future episodes. Also, be sure to tune back in here with me tomorrow morning to get your daily dose of motivation. All right. In the meantime, in between time, get to writing. All right. I don't know what your career is, but I'm getting the vibe that you are a singer and you are a writer. You could be a songwriter. You could just be into music. You could just be into writing books, or you could just be somebody that's just an all around person. All right. But whatever it is, I think it's telling you to jump back into that bag and get creative. All right. It's time for you to turn into Mr. Repairman, man. All right. But right here, career is singer and repairman. All right. So whatever it is about your career, something needs to be repaired. All right, because that's the service that you provide. All right. All right. So be sure to have an awesome day, and I will be sure to motivate you later.